Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Stencil Saturday design. This week we are working with my Crossed Diamonds stencil. So I went ahead and marked this in, and what I'm going to do, the first step is going to be that I know that I want these all of the diamonds stitched. I am not going to use these lines that actually the cross part. I don't need those for what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and I will stitch that first, just to kind of have the base there, the diamonds, and then I'll work my way back through and do the design in each one. And what we're going to do is just add on one side, and it doesn't matter which one. I'm going to do this side. That way, ideally, my hand isn't in front of the camera the whole time. And I'm just going to add 1/4 inch lines here. And I want to say I'm going to add 5. The goal being, because I'm using 1/4 inch lines, they're going to be nice and close, fairly tight. And what's going to happen is that when I get over to this side of the diamond, I'll stop, and then I'm going to have this nice tiny little diamond that's puffy. So it'll be really good texture. And you're going to notice too, if you look here on the side, anywhere where it's going to not be a full diamond, like on the bottom, it's easy enough because I can do these lines without marking. I can just, line up on the edge and do it. And the same on the right side. But on the left side, I really can't do that. So I went ahead and marked them in because they're this way. And so I have nothing over on this side to line up with to stitch them. So I did go ahead and mark those in. If you were doing it in a square, you may or may not, depending on how the stencil fits in there, need to do that. But I did. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch just the basic diamonds. I'm just going to you can stitch it just like you would like a grid or cross hatching, whatever pattern you want to use. Okay, so now that we have our basic grid anyway, diamonds stitched in, we can go ahead and work our way back through these. And I am going to go ahead and I'll go ahead and do this little partial one first. So I'm just going to, and on these ones I don't really have to worry about lining anything up because I have those lines marked. One, two, three. That's the hardest part for me, is making sure I put the same number in every one. Okay, so let's come over here, and this is how I'm going to do all the rest of these full-size diamonds. So I'm going to come in here and I'm doing a 1/4 inch. So what I'm doing is making sure that my hopping foot is touching this line. I'm going to line my ruler up here. And then when I come to the corner each time, I'll just watch that the hopping foot is also touching here. So that's 1. And we're just going to do this 5 times. You could do more, you could do less. You may want to do your lines wider. I just really like the effect of these tight ones next to a little bit of an open space of that little diamond. And so you can see that if you do the 1/4 inch, you ideally, the last one, to make it a little bit easier to keep track, is going to be right in the center here. I'm sure mine won't always be there, but that's the goal. So I'm just going to travel up to the top of this next one and do the same thing again. So it's actually quite simple. I mean, you know, as long as you can stitch a straight line with a ruler, that's all there really is to it. And see, I love how you get that relief of having these little unquilted areas that are triangles as well. And kind of, so I'll work across like this row, and then I'll come back and work across these alternating ones, and then this row, just to kind of keep it methodical. You know, you may find another path that seems easier for you. Maybe you want to work up and down, and it really does not matter. So I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these stitched in here real quick. Okay, well, that takes a while. I'll stitch the top ones. I'll fill in the rest of the top ones before I take a picture of it for you. But you can see, I mean, I think that the texture is really good. I mean, you can see how that chalk, you know, because these are nice and tight, and then it really gives some relief with these open diamonds. And the other thing I really like about it is it's really a dimensional kind of design. You know, it looks like these are, you know, one on top of another. I really like that. So I hope you liked this week's design and that you'll give it a try. See you next time. Bye.